Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to All Will Fall. So recently there was a major update to the game that improved the physics on it, and I was checking it out, and it makes some changes to the start of the game. Well, obviously not this part, but other parts of it, it definitely changes. Um, my camera position may change here. It depends. I'd moved it for something else, and we shall see. So, getting started. Yep, got it. Yep, got that. Got that. Okay. So, some of the changes. You start on this platform here, which looks pretty much the same as before. And then we've got this one over here. But where the changes come in is this one here. There's no platform over here. There's this one over here. This building here. This building hasn't really changed much. And this thing is now over here. Before, it used to be like over there. Now it's over here. So we got this building, this building. That one is underwater at the moment. Um, so yeah, we've definitely got some stuff to do here. Um, different paths that we have to take and different choices. So let's put our 4 workers on gathering. And we have to wait for resources to be gathered, so I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. Find a way to get water. Yeah, will do. There's some water right here. There's also some water down here. And we've got food here, scrap up here, more scrap down there, some explosive stuff, and we've got a box right there. And we've got more wood back here. And then these buildings over here, there is a water tower right there. Before, there used to be another platform over here, and that's where this water tower was. So you had to make your way over to this one and set up some stuff here, and then when the water dropped down, make your way down to that platform where this was. Now it's nice and high up. So we don't have to worry about that. Wondering why that's there. So this is going to make for some interesting choices as to how our little community is going to get built. I'm thinking this area right here. I'm going to fill this in with the large platforms once I get them. And then we'll have, just this great big area here to play with. Um, and then we're going to build a bridge over to this one. And then eventually, when the water levels drop a bit, uh, I will make a bridge from this lower level here over to here so that we can get at the scrap that's there and then also get over to here. And there is food right there, a box. And then in the top level, we get another box there. And then we've got the water up top. So we can, these trees are new. Uh, and we can collect those for 40 wood. So that's always helpful. There are no trees on our little starter island here, but there is one on top of this one. And then we've got a bunch up on top of this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trees up there. So if we need them, they're there. And when I was playing around before, I found a really neat way of getting up to the top. Um, so I'm going to be playing around with that a little bit. Um, and actually, I'm looking at it now. I should actually go a different route with that. Because before, I came along the outside here and then kind of went up the side of these balconies. I could go up the front of these balconies, I guess, up to here. And then maybe, because I want to have access to these trees, but I also want to get at that box, which means we're going to have to blow out that wall, maybe that wall. But I also want to get access to this water up top, which means I'm going to have ladders coming up here and then a set of stairs going down to get to this floor because apparently my people can't climb or jump on, anything. So I could, once we get these trees cleared out of here, we could have a house over here and maybe two or three more over here. And once we get that wall blown out and that taken out, we could put another house in there. Yeah. And then, of course, the floor below it, we could have like two houses there. And we could probably have two houses down on that lowest level down there as well. Okay, so we've got 124 wood. Let's see, how are we doing here? Oh, that's food storage. We don't want that. We want this one. Oh, it's getting there. It's filling up. That's good. Okay, we need houses to rest. Yeah, all right. I'll build you some houses. Don't worry about it. Jeez. All right, let's get in here and let's build a couple of houses for these guys because they'll just complain otherwise. Put all four of them right there. There we go. You wanted somewhere to sleep. Okay. Deconstruction. We can deconstruct our old ship. Got it. Yep. We're going to deconstruct the ship. Time control. Yes, I know it goes faster at night. Well, we can make it go faster at night. Crank this puppy up to 3. Really make time go by at night. It's like, yeah. So the time between the sunset and the sunrise, it's a quick nap. Honestly. Okay. Let's go put in some stairs over here so that they can get at that water over there. And actually, let's put another set of stairs here as well. And then they can get at that water, and yeah, it'll be good. So once this water gets cleared out right here, I'll be able to put in a ladder up to here, and then they'll be able to get at that scrap that's at the top. And what I'm going to do is, once that scrap is gone at the top there, I am going to put in a watchtower up there eventually. Right now, there's my big block pieces. Here's my little ones. And we need to put in a couple of little ones across here so they can get at that food over there. Now, once the food is gone, I am going to make a ladder right here going up to this platform, and we're going to grab that stuff. A pile of gas tanks. Because then we can make explosives to take out this wall and this wall over here and get at that crate. So, new support building unlock. Yep, got that. Thanks. Reaching new places. Yes. We've done that. Increased gathering priority. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gathering water. we got lots of wood. I got 8 people. So I could technically... No, I can't either. Right. I don't have the blueprints yet for one of these. Basic gathering hut. So I can only have 4 people going right now. Different paths for different jobs. Get the junk. I will get the junk. So now we've got ladders. And we must put our ladders in properly. Like that. So now they can come up the stairs, climb the ladder, walk over here, and grab that stuff. But at the moment, they're a little busy getting food. Okay, so we're going to hit the deconstruct button here, and we're going to deconstruct our boat. Eventually. Okay. Let's use explosives. Sure. They're always fun. Blow out that wall over there, you say? Okay. I will do that. Meanwhile, I got 4 people working on deconstructing our ship here, which is going to get us some materials, like scrap and wood and stuff like that. So there are materials that we're going to need to get. They're going to be later on down the road, and that is going to be metal, tools, goods, concrete, and fuel. The electricity I'm not so worried about. So the fuel, that will count towards fuel right there. But there are other sources. They're not here at the moment. There are containers that come floating up to the surface that we get metal and fuel from. So we just need them to pop up to the surface. Now I can't make those yet because I don't have fuel. I need 2 fuel in order to make one of those. But now I can make a basic gathering hut. So I can put my other 4 guys to work here. My engineers. And I'm just going to put it right there. They're going to come out and build it. Okay. And now I can assign my 4 engineers to that hut. And now we've got all 8 people working. So now we're going to be gathering this scrap up at the top here and the food over there at the same time. We need to get at this wood down here. And that's easy enough. All we're going to do is put in the big set of stairs, rotate that around, and put it right there. And now people can get down the stairs to this wood. So now I got 2 people going down there. I've got 2 or 3 people going up to that scrap there. The food is gone. That's good. But we don't have any fuel as yet. So I need to make a ladder, rotate that around, and bring that up to there. And now we've got access to that. And here comes a couple of guys to collect that. So, question is, do I want to blow out this wall and this wall to get at that? Or do I want to blow out that wall and that wall to get to it? Which way do we want to go? Because there's nothing over on this side that we want to get to, but there is stuff over on this side. Like that building over there. We've got a pile of food right there. We've got wood rubble there. We've got a crate there. So eventually I need to make something to come all the way out to this. And that's not going to be easy. That is a long way to go, and we're going to have to build a pretty intricate structure to get that far out. Whereas getting to that building right there, fairly easy because we've got this in the middle. Now, one mistake I think I made last time I played this the other day was I I came along and I filled in this area right here with the large platforms, but I also filled in this area all around here with large platforms and then put some along back here as well. And that used up a lot of the wood that I had. So to get to those, I am actually going to use the large platform. And we got 72 wood. We're doing okay. I'm going to put one right there. And that gives us access to this wood. And then I can use the gas tanks to blow this wall to get at the rest of that wood. Now, I don't need to get up here right now. So we're just going to go destruction. Take that out. Take those out. We don't need them. And we're going to take out that. There we go. That gives us all the materials back from that stuff. So now we've got 108 wood. So we can build more. And once we open up that crate back there, that is going to open up the research station that we're going to be using. And unfortunately, I cannot put the research station here. I'd like to put it back there, but I can't. So I've got to find another spot for it. And it's got to be somewhere accessible. People need to be able to get to it. I am considering putting it back here. Once I blow this wall out and this wood is gone, I've got this space to play with back here. So I might be able to put it back there. But, yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay, that's cleared. Okay, so I probably want that scrap. Thinking about getting that tree and maybe putting my lookout tower up on that tree. Or where that tree is. Okay, let's take that down. And then let's put a ladder in here. That now gives us access to that. We're going to have to blow this out around here. So this won't go anywhere, but these pieces up here probably will. So the electricity that you get, there is two types of generation. You've got a hamster wheel that somebody walks on, or you've got a windmill. And you either want to put a windmill up on top of there, or where that water tower is up there, or the top of this building. Because you want them as high up as you can to actually catch the wind currents. Ooh, let there be light. Build 2 fireplaces. Okay. Well, my houses are right there. So I do want to build this area here and then just continue my houses across this way. And then maybe have a bunch of other stuff over here. I want to maybe move these 2 stations and put them over here somewhere along with all the storage. I kind of want to try and keep some of the storage, like this one. Oh, it's full. Wow. Okay. We need to build some stuff because Yeah, that thing's full. That's why nobody's doing anything at the moment. They're just standing around and not doing anything. Okay. Well, let's go over here and let's put one of them right there. And let's put another one right there. Okay, that freed up a little bit of space. So now they'll start working again. Meanwhile, this guy is taking advantage of that fire barrel. He's like, oh yeah, cool, man. I'm empty. I'm gonna go stand over here for a minute. Okay, so there should be some ships coming by at some point. Oh, which way do I want to go? Because I've got an idea of what I want to put in this space. I put it there before. So my housing is over there, and you've got to think about pollution. So, let's blow out this side of the wall. It is in here. Let's put one right there. And that is going to blow out this wall and hopefully part of this wall. And here comes somebody to take care of it. He's coming over here. He's going to build that. Okay, and then once these two are out of the way and they're like over here somewhere, I'll actually detonate that thing. There we go. Yeah. You run for safety because I'm about to make something go boom. Hopefully this takes out enough of that wall that I can get at the crate. Did it? Maybe. I doubt it. So it did take out the wall. Just gotta wait for it to despawn. Okay, so we've got this here. Junk rubble. I've got no workers assigned to it. It'll give me 8 junk. But the thing is, it needs to be taken out with a crane. Can be gathered by wood crane, demolition hut, or a junk boat. So, I don't have any of those, which means I can't get that out of my way. So I can blow this wall and blow this wall. And it looks like that's what I'm going to have to do. So we'll have to put one there. And then we'll put another one right there. And after we blow out this wall, we'll blow out that other one over there and have access to this. And I can send a couple of guys over here to research that thing. Oh, there we go. Thanks. And what is it you're complaining about? Not enough storage for 4 scrap. My bad. So sorry. Hang on. I will build you something. Ooh. Okay, we need a small lab. Well, they haven't gathered this wood yet, unfortunately. Or that wood. So apparently I'm not building fast enough. Okay, gotta wait for them to get a little ways away before you detonate this stuff, otherwise it has a tendency to just, kill them and toss them into the sea. Okay, so they can get access to that one now. Somebody want to come build me an explosive, please? Anybody? You? Okay. You build me that explosive. Run away. And I will blow it up. No, you're going up there. Okay. So they're gathering rather than blowing up. Okay. Disappointing, but hey. So I need to build this thing. My small lab. But I don't really have a spot that I want to put it yet. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go here, grab the large wooden support blocks, and we're going to go like that, and bring it over one. There we go. So that's just going to come out to, oh, nope, I want to bring it out to here because I want my houses to be all in one big row across here. So let's go one more row there. And that clears up enough space on this rack over here that people can do things. Continue to gather wood and scrap and build me things that go boom. Come on. No, you're both going up there. Arr. Somebody built me a bomb. Come on. I need to take out this wall so I can get that crate. Alright, what have you got to say? Researching new buildings. Yes, I know. I will research you a new building. Just hang on. I know approximately where I want to put things. You're not helping. You know. Okay, so we've got this scrap here. And then we've got a junk rubble there, which needs to be taken down by a crane or a boat. Which means the other alternative to taking that out is another bomb. Where are you going? Up there. Oh, disappointing, honestly. Okay, are we full again? Yep, we are. Okay. Well, obviously I need to build this thing. And I was kind of hoping I could hold off on it for a while, but doesn't look like it. So I can have it hang over the edge like that. Or we can have it fully on here. Yeah, let's put it right there. So there's a door up here, and there's a door down here. So you could be entering the research facility from either door. Wouldn't really matter. Let's bump things up a notch. Time is taking entirely too long. Low tide has revealed new resources. Yes. Oh, yes, we must hurry. Low tide doesn't last long. Okay, so now that low tide opens up this. And it opens up the lower level down here. So we can get at stuff down there. But, so we've got gas canisters there. We've got junk here. And then we've got, oh, just bits and pieces all over the place. There's a junk pile back there. Got that junk pile. We've got some containers down there. But we've got that food right there. We definitely need to get at that food. And we've got some scrap here. And then around the backside, we've got some wood. So one thing I do need to do is need to figure out a way to get down to this second level. Well, I've got that thing in place there. So that would seem like an obvious spot to go down. Put a ladder right here. You could stand here, grab that, and then eventually go over and grab the wood. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Okay, now we've got access to that scrap, and then eventually access to that wood. Why is nobody building my research facility? Look, people. We have more people. So we gotta start making decisions here on these people that come by. So great, I have to share supplies, which gets me 20 food, 15 scrap, 4 people. Well, 4 sailors to be exact. That's what the anchor is. Together we will survive, which gets me 4 sailors, plus 1 loyalty from everybody. As long as they listen to me, they can stay, which gets me 15 influence and 4 sailors. I'm going to go with this one. We need the supplies, honestly. So, there we go. Now, they're going to need houses. So, we're going to destroy those stairs. And then we're going to go in here. And we're going to fill in this area. And then put 2 more right there. So now we've got this whole big area here to play with, and I can put in like 6 more houses right here, which means 12 more people. Our first research. At this point, who cares about the planet? So a wood boiler, which is going to make us fresh water, and or we get a fishing hut. So we got 44 water right now, 34 food. So let's go with that. Gets me 5 more influence. Building a fishing hut. Yep, work on it. Okay. So we need to go over here because I put all 4 of my engineers on this thing. We're going to take 2 of them away, put 2 sailors on there, and then we're going to take those 2 engineers and put them in here because you can only put engineers in there. Okay, now we got some guys that need houses. So 1, 2, and that will satisfy that. Everybody's got a house now. Water. We've got water storage we can build. Food, food storage. And then over here, we've got storage for wood and a whole bunch of other stuff. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Okay. So let's move a couple of things around here. I'm going to take that, and we're going to reposition this little guy. Yeah, let's put 1 there. And then we're going to reposition this one. And I'm going to put it right there. So then they kind of flank that hole in the floor. Now, I do want to get down to the lower level. High tide is coming in, run. Well, there's nobody on the lower levels, so don't worry about it. Oh yeah, somebody made that. Cool. Detonate that. Okay, so now I can get at the box. So I'm going to send 2 sailors over there to open up that box and check it out. And that's going to get us some stuff. Okay, so I don't really need these stairs or this ladder here anymore. But I think I will actually keep it there. And let's actually put in another ladder right there, which gives me access to the tree. Oh, really? Wood crane demolition hut simple boat is the only way I can do that. Oh, wow. Okay. High tide's coming in. Yep. Well, nobody was down there. We're under attack. Captain, help, the whole sky is filled with seagulls and they're shitting all over us. Okay. Yep, run for your life. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just run away. And word spreads. More people again. Okay, we welcome everyone, which gets me 4 people and 10 influence. Find another place for full gets us -1 loyalty from everyone. If you pay, you can stay, which gets me -15 loyalty, which gets me back down to 0, but gets me 15 goods and 4 people. Screw it, we'll go with that option right there. And of course, they're not happy again because storage. All right. Well, what we're going to do is put a storage right there next to those guys because they use materials when they research stuff. So let's go click on the research tab and research the fishing hut. All right. So now we can see our progress up here. So we need to research it and then build it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! That's just cruising along. Nice. But I got a couple of guys that don't have houses. I need 2 more houses. Having a roof makes you happier? Yep. A mysterious building. Yeah, I know. It's right over there. So, let's put in a couple more. Screw it, we'll put in 4 houses. That way, the 4 guys that I've got in here can take 2 of the houses, and I've got 2 more for when more people arrive. Drifting wood. Great news! Morons don't let it go. Yeah, well. Alright, we'll just confirm that. Where is the drifting wood? I don't see it. Is it over here somewhere? Well, I'm guessing we grabbed it. So we've got a school of fish right here. So if I put a fishing hut right here, it's going to gather fish at that spot. And actually, that wouldn't be terrible because there's not really anything else there. We've got a building further down there. We've got stuff down over here. At some point, I do need, once the water goes down again, and we can get to this level, I'm going to have like a ladder coming all the way down here. Some buildings need clearance, like a fishing hut. Yes, got it. I knew. Do we have any other fish? Yes. We've got a school of fish right here that I can't do anything about. We don't have a boat. Any fish over here? No. But that's fine. Okay, we need to... Do I have any? I've got 14 explosives. That's excellent. And people want roofs on their houses. Yep, I'll get to you in a second. Hang on. We're going to put this thing right here. Alright, somebody come make me a bomb. It's not going to make itself. Alright. Well, the plan is right here. I'm going to put a water boiler in there for making fresh water. Unfortunately, the water boiler is going to use wood. And that may be where I went wrong last time. I suppose I could put it up here. I can't put it up where that tree is. I could put it up here, because we don't want it right next to the houses because it creates pollution. So what if... Yeah, let's do that. Let's put stuff in weird places, shall we? And let's put a ladder right there. And then I'm going to put a water boiler up there. If I can. It might not let me. I honestly have no idea. But we need a fishing hut. So if I put the water boiler up there, that means... Oh, I don't want to put the fishing hut here. What is down here? Besides a whole lot of nothing. Okay, we've got that wood right there. We've got the fish right there. Why don't we put the fishing hut right here? Where did you go? Right, it's in the food category. My bad. So it needs to hang over the edge. Oh, you suck. Okay, I can put it right there because the only entrance to it is right at the back, which would still give me clearance on that side. Beautiful. Okay. So I would have to blow this out of the way, but that thing would be right there. And now we need to assign 2 sailors to it. You don't want to assign anyone else to that. Okay. Running out of wood. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, 10 wood. Yeah, we need more. The water needs to go down. There's a bunch of wood. Oh, you guys built that. Nice. Okay. Kablooey. All right, there we go. And we have access to more wood there. Because then we've got access to stuff down here, mostly scrap. Need to get at that food over there. But now we've got this thing getting us food here. He's nice and close to the water, so he's pretty quick. And actually, one thing I want to do is put in a food storage right there. So then he only has to walk to here to store food. All right, you two build my storage. And done. Beautiful. Thanks so much. And then put in a water storage right there. Sweet. So then if I put my water boiler up here, they've only got to come down the ladder to put it in there. And he's not happy. Okay. He's never happy. None of my people are ever happy in here. I don't know why. But water needs to go down. Okay, so these guys are back to gathering scrap from there. The water has gone down. Beautiful. So now we've got access to that wood over there. Question is, how am I going to get down there? Maybe right there. Yeah, I like that spot. Let's go right here. Oops. Let's go with that. And we're going to put this right there. So now we've got access to that scrap. And it's going to give us access to this side over here. Okay. So from here, I should be able to build a walkway over to this, which can get me to that. And once I get that, that'll give us new research. I can blow this wall, get those gas canisters, and then when the water gets a little lower, find a way to get down. That's always fun. So we've got food and a crate over here. We've got water, gas canisters down on that level, as well as food. A pile of food. Okay, and we've got scrap right here, gas canisters there, a tree on that one, and then we've got, oops, that's not what I wanted. Meanwhile, my mouse keeps wandering off the screen. We've got some scrap right there. And I'm sure there's other stuff in here. Oh yeah, there's a container there. But the question is, how the hell do you get to that container? Can I blow my way through this to get to that container? I don't know. We will find out. Okay, so that scrap is gone. Nice. Okay, how much wood do we have? 146. Not terrible. Okay. Kind of want to be a little bit closer to that because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So let's go here. I am going to put in a support right there and right there. And now we have a way to get across there and get to this thing. And we'll send 2 workers for that one. So they'll just have to walk over here, down the ladder, across the little bridge I made to get to that. Oh, here comes someone. Nope, thought about it. Decided no. What? What is the problem? We're running out of wood. Really? Research a wood catcher. Oh, okay. Alright. Fishing boat, mushroom farm, greenhouse, food warehouse, gathering. Okay, so we've got a demolition hut, a wood gathering boat, and a wood crane. Collects resources directly beneath it. Whereas this one, I need 2 sailors for that. And it'll go around and collect wood for me. We're going to research the boat, because the boat would be very, very helpful. The water will not stay at the level it's at. It will come back up again eventually. But then it will go down as well. Okay. So it's raining. I really wish... Oh. I wish I could research the rain catchers. They're down here. Wood boilers up there. 10 wood, 10 scrap just to research it. And then to build one. But the rain catchers would be really great. Because then I could come over here and I could put a rain catcher on the top of this, and it would just automatically fill these things up every time it rains. Because right now we've got 13 water. And okay. Okay, guys are filling that up. That's great. Cleared out everything on that level, except for the wood. Haven't gotten the wood yet. Why? Like, you got a clear path to it. Ah, there we go. Now they're coming to grab the wood. But the water is coming up. I've got 2 workers over here, kind of looking at that thing, scratching their heads going, why are my feet wet? And now why is my chin wet? You might want to head back. Citizen is in a flood zone. You think?
Yes.
Like, hello? Head back, you idiots. You're gonna drown there. Well, it looks like I'm gonna lose 2 people here. Okay, they want roofs, which costs me wood. Oh, decisions. Okay. The boat will need a dock. Yes, it will. I'll get around to a dock here shortly. Meanwhile, these idiots are drowning out here. Like, okay. So we've got a dock, we've got a boat. Awesome. Let's go over here to the decorations. Green roof? Orange roof? 4 wood for that. 4 for that. 4. So pretty much all the roofs are going to cost me 4 wood. Okay. Let's go with orange roofs every second roof, and then green roofs in between. Crap. Okay, that roof did not work out well. There we go. There. Citizens got their first perk. Yeah. Are you happy now? Yeah, you got a couple of barrels here to gather around at night. And then you've got houses. And where the hell are... I'm going to say, where the hell are the doors? Well, apparently I've got to... I don't know why they did that. That's just weird. Can I move that house? Thank you. Okay, now everyone's got a place to live. And they've got access to it. Overlays and height meter. Yes, that's this thing over here on the right side of the screen. Just above my head. Yeah, there's not really anything down in that bottom right corner where my camera is, so... Unlocking new perks. Increasing happiness will unlock new perks. Each social group has their own unique and powerful perks that will unlock new mechanics as you progress. Yeah. So, they want me to play favorites. Which, yeah, it's not a great idea. How are we doing on that research over there? What are we working on first? Okay, we got the wood gathering boat. Nice. Okay. So we've got the fishing hut. It's already deployed. Water. All right. We need to research the wood boiler. We're out of water. And then I need to research rain catchers because, yeah. Um, so a lot of resource management in here. Um, Figuring out exactly where to place things, how to place them. Okay, yeah, I realize you can't get down there to get that stuff because water. Did those two morons move? Hard to say. I've got 16 people. I don't know how many I had before they decided to go out there and, get neck deep in the water and scratch their heads looking at this crate while the water came in. Okay, everybody's gathered around, they're talking, yada yada yada. Have a snack, there's nothing to drink, go to bed. So, as soon as my engineers come back and they finish researching my wood boiler, I'm going to get them working on the rain catchers, and I'm going to install rain catchers. We don't have enough wood coming in to be able to sustain this and build anything, so junk to water, again, priorities. A water warehouse would actually be nice. Because then all my water would be taken from these and put in a water warehouse. And that wouldn't be a bad thing. What if I put my dock right here? Because then my boats would be able to get around. Okay. So we've got junk houses now that we can build for people. Not going to do that right now. Where is... There it is. There's my dock. Okay. Let's, there. Yeah, let's put our dock right there. Kind of half hanging off there. So then they've got room to wander around here and do stuff. And then my boats don't have to come in quite so close. Because there is that right there. Actually, that... No. Let's abort that. That is a terrible spot to put that, actually. Yeah, bring the materials back, please. Thank you. What I think I'm going to do is this spot over here is actually better. Even over here is better. Even right there wouldn't be bad. Because then my sailors could be living in these couple houses here and be running the dock and the boat. Yeah, let's put it there. Alright, so we built the dock. Now let's build a boat. And this is going to be a wood gathering boat. Yep, let's just build it right there. And... oh, I've only got one sailor to put on it. At the moment. Hop on. There we go. Alright. What do we got here? We got that thing now. Awesome. Okay. Now research rain catchers for me. Okay. So I've got 2 sailors on here. Do I have a sailor on here? Yes, I've got 2 sailors, 2 engineers on there. Let's take one off of there. And let's put him on here. Because we need 2 sailors to work the boat. But now we've only got 3 people there. I'll throw an extra worker on there. Ooh, look at that. We got junk that blew in and is hanging off of here. Not great. We need to do something about that. But it's already been an hour now, and this is what I've gotten done. So we've got access to these 2 platforms. We've got a boat, a dock, a research station. We've got some storage around here. We've got a fishing hut, and we've got enough housing for everybody that's here. And more people just showed up. Boats and navigation. Yeah, got it, thanks. Would you like to buy some people? No. And please help us. Group with their own boat has come to you. They're here looking for a place to stay. Oh. So, if we go with this option, we lose 15 influence, but we gain the boat and 2 sailors. We go with they can stay, we just get 2 sailors. So, boom. Lose a bit of influence, but we get the boat. And we've got 2 more sailors now. So, might have enough... oh, we got 1 sailor available. Okay. Let's take a sailor away from there. And we will put him on this boat. And we need people there. Okay, now we've got 4 people on there. So 2 sailors on the fishing hut. 2 on that boat, 2 on that boat. 2 engineers in there. All of our workers and most of our engineers working here. How to use rain catchers. Oh, yeah, baby, they're done. Nice. Let's go install one quickly before we go. A rain catcher. So we've got this one that attaches to the side. And then we've got this one that will catch water for a couple of them. So we're going to put this one right there. Now, people should be able to walk underneath, but it's not a guarantee. So, yep, rain intensity is 100, water collection 100. Awesome. We're going to get some water. And these guys are mad because they can't reach the... Why can't you reach it? They're unhappy about something. I don't know why. So... Okay. They're really mad about something. Okay. The citizen is getting thirsty. You think? Yes. I realize you have needs and wants. Okay, I'm actually going to close that. We're going to take and move this thing, rotate it that way, put it there, and then we're going to copy it, put another one right there. Okay, built that. We didn't really get any water in... Okay, I need 15 scrap. Beautiful. Put one there and one there. That way, they're hanging off the back there. We don't have to worry about it. Sea level is falling. Nice. Okay. Well, not entirely terrible. I might move this food storage. Actually, you know what? Let's, yeah, let's destroy that food storage. I'm going to put like 2 more water collectors here. And I will move that food storage somewhere else. So we've got one food storage here. It's got 44 on it. That's cool. So they moved all the food that was in this one over to this one. I put that water collector there because I was thinking of putting the boiler up here, but now I'm thinking screw the boiler. So we'll take that down. And actually, let's take that apart. And we'll put 2 more of them here. Yes, I know, you're thirsty, whatever. Actually, I suppose I should have kept that. Okay. There we go. And we're going to have 4 of those there. Okay, so I take that one apart, build those 2 there. We'll have 4 of them there with rain catchers hanging off the edge. That'll be great. All right, send 2 workers over there to look at that. So many things to do. So little time to do it. Okay, our boats are going along. This is whereabout. Okay, he's collecting wood. And this is Mateo. He is also collecting wood. Excellent. Chocolate? What? What is this? Chocolate? Oh. Ooh. Lose 2 loyalty, but I'll gain 30 influence. So who do we give it to? The workers? The engineers? The sailors? Or do I keep it and lose loyalty? I'm going to give it to the workers. What the hell is that? There's a boat. Ah! Okay. Alright, let's go with we welcome everyone. Ooh, give it a lick. Yeah, no. Yeah, screw it. Maybe we can eat it too. So that got us a bit of water, bit of food. And I've got way too many mouths to feed around this place. Okay, I need to build more houses. I've got people that are homeless at the moment. Really taking up this platform a lot. We're looking for our friend. Don't know. I know who their friend was. It was the guy who was selling people. Yeah, their friend was with him. So there's one of those containers that comes floating up that we get metal from. I need to build a junk boat to gather some of this stuff and also to gather that. So, actually, why don't we go into the research? And let's go to gathering and a junk gathering boat. Not enough resources to finish the research. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Well, we need to get down here somewhere. We need to get in there. Grab that scrap. Nothing down there. Ah, yes. This spot. I forgot about that. So I can get down to that level. Okay. We need more scrap. Not a problem. I will build wooden support blocks across here, which now gives us access to this pile of scrap right here, which gives us enough to finish off that job. Sweet! People are dehydrated. Yeah. Requirements not met. I know. But we don't have enough wood. How's my research going? Junk gathering boat. They need... Well, once these guys gather this scrap, we'll have enough. But, yeah. Hour and 11 minutes. So I've completely lost track of time here. And, yeah. Just so many things to keep track of in this game. And I've had the time sped up on this for almost the entire hour. So that's why things are moving pretty fast in here as far as the advancements and everything else goes. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a day, and I'll keep playing around with this and see how far I can take it. Since things have changed on here, it's a whole new dynamic in here now. I've got new ways. I got to figure out new ways of getting to different spots and getting materials that I need and everything. At some point, I am going to have to start turning people away because they're just going to keep coming, and I don't have the room up here or the jobs to keep everyone working and housed. But I do need to get up on that tower right there in order to get at that water tower. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build some platforms right there. We're going to have to blow out this wall, and then we're going to put a short set of stairs right there. And that's going to give us access to this. And then we're going to blow that out, blow that wall out, which is going to get us that food, which is going to get us food and water. And then we're going to have a way, hopefully, to get up here to that water tower. I'm thinking of going up this wall here. That might be an idea. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. A workplace accident. No. Okay, don't tell anyone, but so -1 citizen, but we get 15 influence. And if we do shut the door, so here's the plan. We get 100 food and we're -1 citizen. So food's getting down there. We're going the cannibalism route. I know. Once they get that junk cleared out of there, I will set an explosive here to blow out this wall, and then we'll get that one set, and we will have access to stuff. But that's going to be next time. So I'm going to get out of here. I got to go make myself some supper. And I will come back later on. So until then, catch you later.